back from that break. Glad you're still watching Science Breakfast with me, Alan HERBERT, and sign language interpreter is Jedida Wafula. And these are the stories that are making headlines in the country. And we started off with the Eacc, that is the Ethics Anti-Corruption Commission, warns accounting officers against El Nino related graft. Now the Ethics and Anti-Corruption Commission says it will hold personally liable accounting officers indulging in irregular procurement and misuse of public resources in mitigation of the effects of anticipated El Nino rains. Now this as the county government of Nairobi announced that work done in preparation for the rains is 70% complete. Here are the full details.
The feedback that we have so far is that we're at least 60-70% done in terms of identifying, and making interventions in most of the hotspots. I can confidently say that we've complied with best practices when it comes to procurement of the supplies and the material that we require for this particular exercise.
Tulikuwa tumeona kwa magazeti counties na serikali kuu wanaanza kupanga mikakati ya kutumia pesa. Sasa sisi tumewaandika kuambia lazima wakipanga ile mikakati yote wafuate zile taratibu zote za kutafuta zabuni, tenda na kila kitu ifanye kulingana na sheria zile ambazo zimewekwa na serikali upande wa mambo ya procurement na mambo ya fedha.
Well, from Eacc and Nairobi County now to President William Ruto welcomes United Nations Security Council decision. President Ruto has welcomed the United Nations Security Council's approval of a foreign security mission to Haiti and gang violence. Haiti amid gang violence that has rocked the Caribbean country's capital, Port-au-Prince, for over a year. Now, the 15-member council on Monday adopted a resolution that authorizes the Kenya-led multinational security support mission to support Haiti police in combating the gangs.
The provisional agenda for this meeting is the question concerning Haiti.
I came here today to let you know that we have no intention of any form to prejudge the neighbors with whom we share our island and with whom we must coexist.
I thank President Ruto of Kenya. I thank him for his willingness to serve as the lead nation of a UN-backed security support mission. I call on the Security Council to authorize this mission now. The people of Haiti cannot wait much longer.
The situation in Haiti demands, as a matter of humanitarian consideration, moral responsibility, and fundamental justice, that actions be scaled up significantly to meet the demands of emergency relief, humanitarian aid, support for livelihoods, and major interventions in public health and environmental protection. We shall succeed in Haiti. We must not fail the people of Haiti. For us in Kenya, this mission is of a special significance and critical urgency. We experienced the harrowing brunt of colonialism, as well as the long, difficult, and frustrating struggle for freedom against those that can influence international institutions to frustrate justice. I also take this opportunity to extend a warm thank you to our African compatriots in the Security Council, Gabon, Ghana, and Mozambique for their stewardship of the process, and to all other members of the UN Security Council for their support, which yielded a resolution that is aligned with the principles and values of the AU's Constitutive Act.
Is a clear roadmap of how this decision came to be, and thank you there by President of Kenya. Now, away from that to other stories that are making headlines in the country, and we are staying on Kenya Kwanza. Kenya Kwanza Azimio teams make submissions to talks team. Now, the National Dialogue Committee talks were full of heated exchanges as both Kenya Kwanza and Azimio leaders made their submissions. Now, the bone of contention being Azimio's push to have the 2022 presidential results results audited, saying their victory was snatched from them. Kenya Kwanza, on the other hand, lowered its guard, saying it would back an audit of the processes leading to the election, but was adamant the results will not change a thing.
I think the country has taken cognizance of the fact that this is the main complainant. So clearly, we should be able, as a healing process, I want to suggest, listen to them. Not just brush things under the table.
Co-chair, while I agree with you completely, you'll agree they have had an hour which we haven't provided to any other group before you.
These kind of results, if they did not find traction in where they needed to be presented, it is a good political narrative for you to have to galvanize your support base. But I think the truth is, as one of the lawyers told you, let it go. It's time we move on. Every entity of the state, counties, national government, parastatals, everybody gets audited. We must audit this process. And it is by auditing that then we can know what we are fixing. What is the problem that we are fixing with IEBC? So why audit? First of all, there are different numbers from the IEBC server, from the portal.
We can open up on the issue of auditing the process, and that is a mandate that is given to the Independent Electoral and Boundaries Commission.
Gone through and realized that there were some jumpy, fishy operations going on in some of these constituencies. So we looked at another one, and we saw here he has, Raila has 277 votes and 102. But then in the Bomas, now he has 77, and William Ruto has 304 votes.
There was all this information during the Supreme Court hearings. Because the funny bit is, the stories that you are now canvassing before the committee were equally brought to the attention of the Supreme Court.
We seek to strengthen individual parties as key pillars for strong coalitions in Kenya. Secondly, that multipartyism is a critical tool to the growth of democracy in Kenya.
Azimio la Umoja wa Kenya, what would you say to the role of Parliament with regard to strengthening multi-party democracy, and particularly coalition arrangements?
The Office of the Registrar is holding brief for the current regime to the extent that she has mutilated her functions as decreed by the Political Parties Act. It is therefore a recommendation that the Office of the Registrar ought to be made independent, and that it ought to be insulated from the interferences that has come from the current regime.
Let us strengthen political parties. But the big question is, how do you strengthen your political party? You strengthen by recruiting members. So if in an instance you can recruit members from a particular political party to a point whereby that political party is no longer viable, you can decide to take up the entire membership of a political party.
That from the Dialogue Committee on the clearing out of the questions during or after the 2022 general election. Now, President Ruto has directed ministries to cut budgets by 10%. Now, President William Ruto has directed ministries to cut their 2023-2024 budgets by 10% to align expenditure with available resources amidst a global economic downturn. During a cabinet meeting a day after the government slammed the brakes on non-essential travel by state officials as part of austerity measures, the president also warned state officials planning to bypass the use of a unified payment system, stressing the need for proper oversight. And from that to over 90 students of Eacc girls are admitted in various hospitals, and 95 students of Eacc girls high school in Kakamega have been admitted across various hospitals in the county after exhibiting symptoms of a mysterious disease that left them with a slight paralysis on their legs. According to irate parents who stormed the school, the news of the mass admissions reached them via social media as the school administration remained tight-lipped on the matter. Now, the incident comes months after 4 people died following an outbreak of severe typhoid at the Sacred Heart Mukumu Girls High School in Kakamega County.
Walimu wako wapi? I want to talk to teachers. Where are they? Shida yenye iko hapa, hata mwalimu ukitoka na mtoto kufuatilia ajue mtoto anaendeleaje mahali penye hako, hii hakunanga.
Tuhakikishiwe maneno mangapi? 1, before tukanyage kete, tunataka tuone watoto wetu.
Lakini nimefika hapa, nimeanza kuchanganyikiwa. Tuangalie jambo moja kwanza. Tutibu ugonjwa, tukishamalizana na ugonjwa ndio tuende kwa mambo na masomo.
Wengi wao wanaendelea kwa hospitali vizuri, lakini kuna wachache wenye wanashughulikiwa saa hii na madaktari. Tumechukua sampuli ya damu, mkojo, kinyesi kupeleka kwa laboratories za Kisumu na Kemri, Nairobi.
We have all agreed that we are not taking our children home. They are going to be managed from here, and we are giving commitment together with the county government health department that we are tutaishughulikia. We are going to make sure that children are treated, they are taken care of, and we give information and corresponding messages to the parents as required.
From that, we come to the end of the stories that are making headlines in the country. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we're coming back with stories that are making headlines in the dailies. Keep it science.